So last time we played, the People's Hand finished off their battle with the highway bandits known as the Mist Riders. Our heroes successfully protect not only one another, but more importantly, they protect the clients that they were tasked to protect. Having successfully protected them, you guys rest and finish your trip to Stillholde. Getting your first glimpse at Stillholde, the People's Hand was shocked to see these weird, strange, moving buildings behind the initial series of brick buildings just inside the town. Seeing past these initial buildings that are stationary, they come to a large convergence of two rivers with three distinct banks/docks. In the center of this convergence lies what is known as the Still, where a number of boats and floating buildings slowly drift throughout the day, required to stay moving except for specified times at night. This exceedingly unique city is met with exceedingly unique guard forces as well, in that they are equipped with essentially long surfboards on their backs and canvased poles that they can quickly attach in place to create windsurfers. Likewise, equipped with some sort of strange, elusive partner that is on their back inside of a crystal tube case that is supposed to help aid in their police work. In an effort to find a place to sleep, Lumen did accidentally break into an old woman's home, and eventually our heroes find their way to a place known as the Rockin Tall Inn, where they stayed for a night's rest and leveled up. But not before Holik was preparing for bed and noticed shadowy feet just outside his door. Opening the door, he finds nothing and no one, so he returns to bed for a little bit of a restless night of sleep. So you all level up, and I'm assuming you all took care of that. Today, we pick up with all of you having risen from sleep to embark on your journey. If I understand correctly, you were all just staying the night, and then you were going to leave Stillholde to head straight to Sunwalk so that Venora could get some rest there.
Yeah, so Venora could get a long rest there.
Yes.
And Venora had some weird communications.
That's right. I forgot to mention last time Venora did have some interesting communications with her brother. So you also missed that. So at the very end there, she called home to her brother. None of the party was privy to this, but she called home to her parents actually and asked some questions, and they mentioned that her brother was gone. And that was not in congruence with the last time she had talked to her brother. So then she reached out to her brother, and he was kind of dodgy, I just wanted a change of pace. So yeah, we open up with you guys rising from your sleep, getting ready for the day. What lays ahead of you, as far as I'm aware, is your journey to Sunwall. I think some of you have some things like, Cephus, you have some you wanted to pick up before you go, right?
Well, I made one, and I already got it, right?
Oh yeah, as a master
copy for when I go
to Sunwall.
Yeah, and spend a week there making
and then I had an old antique shop owner help me put clockworks into another casing.
Yeah, that's right. So yeah, you already paid for it as far as I'm aware, and you did go pick that up pretty easily this morning. And yeah, he's finished it. All right, yeah, so it looks much nicer.
Yeah, and
it works.
Yeah. So I would tip him 5 gold pieces for that.
Well, he thanks you greatly. So that's where we pick up. That's what you guys have ahead of you. If there's nothing in Stillholde, is there anything in Stillholde that you guys want to do before you leave?
We talked to everybody, right? That we need to for the monies and the bounties.
We got our money from the bounty. Mm-hmm. We got our money from the merchants. Mm-hmm. He decided to do his thing in Sunwall. Mm-hmm. I think that we've taken care of everything. I wanted to come back and do the scuba diving.
Yes. Yeah, there's things that we want to do here afterwards, but for now, we're just going to
go.
Done.
Because we've got the duel, and then we have bonus 4 days that we could spend 2 of it traveling off the road into Stillholde.
You could poke down for a day, spend 2 days, poke back up and go. Yeah. That makes sense. It gets you there just on time with no time to spare. As you guys wake up in the morning, each of you find your way down to the base of the tavern. If you remember, the place that you're at is called the Rockin Tall. It is a 4-story tavern that is on the water. So as you're spending time here, there's music playing down in the base floors. You can kind of hear it up on the top floors, but every now and then you just feel the tavern kind of tilt because it is floating on the water and moving. As you guys wake up in the morning, I'm assuming you guys head down there, grab a table for some breakfast and some time to kind of reconvene and talk about what you're going to do this day. Cephus, I'm going to say they always have to wake you up, right?
It's happened before.
It's happened before.
We'll just make you the last guy down there. As you're all getting up in the morning, And you go down there. There is a bard playing in the corner. Last time there was a band playing. Now it's just a single guy. He's playing. He's got these long sideburns that come down all the way to his jawline.
How do we know he's single?
You see this big, like, kind of floppy hair that's up and over to the side, and it just always seems to kind of rest back the way he's styled it.
That's how we know he's single.
Johnny Bravo.
You see every time he smiles, there's just a little glimmer on his teeth, and he's very confident in his ability, and he's kind of like the couple ladies that are there. He's singing and trying to sing to them and serenade them, and then kind of go out into the crowd and sing.
It's too early for that.
Yeah, it's an interesting thing. He's really trying to work the crowd, and there's a small crowd in here of maybe 6 or 7 people, but it is a nice tune that he's singing. And then Cephus, as you start walking down, you hear as the bard starts, he kind of clears his throat. He gets a little more solemn. Now I will sing of a tale of heroism, a tale of undying loyalty. And this is no tale that I've heard before, and I simply repeat to you, but this is a tale I lived. There I was, in the trenches, and I sing to you now, both of my sorrow and the victory that I saw. And you hear him start singing just this kind of long, drawn-out song. It's kind of beautiful as he starts to talk about these heroes, soldiers who are going to fight and to reclaim a city that had been taken captive. It starts off like it's going to be sorrowful, right? And then it becomes kind of victorious as these men are victorious and taking the city back. And then it takes a turn, and the story starts to talk about how they grow surrounded by the enemy, and they are stuck in this town for a long time. This is about where you start hearing it, Cephus. And you hear the words, and as they started to eat the leather of their boots, and something in you
I know this voice.
But you continue to listen to this. It's beautiful and sorrowful, and it sounds really bad. He starts singing of how there were people talking about having to eat the dead, and others who were saying that it could never be, and so they resorted to eating the leather of their shoes. They continued to wait and wait and wait for someone to come and save them until they were inspired by the faith of one of their members. And he sings of just this man with a faith like none other, and he does not name him. And then the tale eventually comes to an end with a miraculous victory. They just decide in their state of disarray and starvation after what felt like weeks and weeks of waiting, as the enemy outside just decided to let them die. They just rush out and attack, and they are victorious. And this bard tells of how this is a story that he'll never stop telling, because it's a story of what is really capable, what people are really capable of when they have faith. And he just kind of ends it there. And at this point, the tavern is quiet, and people are just looking at him, and a couple people are crying, like those ladies that he was trying to serenade before, just have tears in their eyes. And then he just sets his lute down and he walks up to the bar. Most tavern tunes are like tavern tunes. Like everybody plays the same ones. This is a song you've never heard.
Even as he put his lute down, I would have said very loudly as I'm walking in, "Faith in whom? Who did they have faith in?"
You guys see Cephus now standing in the stairs. And then just looking over his shoulder, he yells, "Well, none other than Ilmater, of course."
Ilmater. I remember that day. What he sings is true. And I'll pull that emblem out that I wear, and I'll show it. Found this. Someone told me it was Ilmater, and we all believed, and we all was saved. If you're in here now, you like that tune, you'll love Ilmater even more. For in your battles, in your struggles, in your problems, you'll find a God that saves you from them. Well sung, cheese. And then I'll go and give him a hug.
Okay, you guys watch as Cephus like takes this opportunity to evangelize, right? And it's this beautiful setup. I mean, this bard basically gave Cephus a layup, and Cephus walks down just in time to really follow through this emotional resonance, and everybody is kind of nodding. Like, if this story is true, and this guy told it with such conviction, and then this other guy comes down and says it is true, and he shows, there was an artifact mentioned in the song, an artifact that was found that led them to their ultimate faith in Ilmater, and that said if Ilmater would get them through this battle, that they knew that they would swear their lives to him, and they would have renewed faith in him. And then Cephus walks down and says, this is that artifact, right? He holds up his holy symbol that's around his neck. And it's incredible. And then we kind of caught up in it. Like, Cephus is like, oh, he's taking this opportunity to evangelize. Oh yeah, it's working. And then he says, this is that artifact. Like, kind of doesn't process in some ways. And then you see they're hugging. Like, Cephus and this guy. This guy, is probably 6 foot-ish, but you still stand head and shoulders above him, right? You're like 7'11".
I am, yeah.
So this guy is probably just over 6 feet tall, but he's just this remarkably handsome. He's not like super scrawny, but he's not super muscular. He just has that very stereotypical, like cheesy bard look. And the two of them are hugging. And then, he kind of steps back and he puts his hand, well, he can't put his hand on your shoulder, just kind of like on the side of your arm. And he's like, you seem stronger in the last few years. I didn't expect to see you here in Stillholde, friend.
He would have noticed probably my scars.
Yeah. He just hasn't said anything about them.
And I'll kind of gesture to him and say, you got out at the right time.
What happened?
Everyone died. Everyone but me. And then I kind of open up to the spot where you can see that everywhere on me is charred. Oh, it has scarring, but where I had my emblem of Ilmater. Mm-hmm. He did protect me. And I see that you're still telling the story as you promised. Good man you are.
I didn't know that the story had such an immediate downturn.
There's a cost, sometimes, to faithfulness. Ilmater taught me the cost. But I'm glad you're safe.
So all of those men?
I'm afraid they burned up. I pray it was quick. I woke up to the ashes.
He just silent.
Play your instrument a bit. Just strum it.
Sure. He sets his drink down that he was sipping on. He walks over back to the stage. Everybody's just kind of watching. It's silent in here in this tavern, right? They're watching you and this guy have this conversation. He walks over to the stage, picks his lute back up, and he starts to just strum the lute.
I know I'm a big man, but I've got a big heart, Ilmater. And I would be very sad if not everyone in this room took a moment to think, can he save me? I'm here to tell you that Ilmater is a god of the broken-hearted, a god of the sufferer, a god of the poor and the meek. He's a god for you. And if you're out there right now wondering, I need a God in my life that cares for me in my moments of distress, will you raise your hand? You, yes, miss, I see you. Great. You in the corner, man. Yes, 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 I see you. Excited about it. Ilmater is a god, bigger than any god you've ever met. And he will suffer for you. But as you can see by my scars, sometimes there is a cost. It will not be easy, but it will be worth it. Will you close your eyes and say this with me? Lord Ilmater, God of the rack, God of suffering, will you meet me now? will you be present with me in my heart? Will you come to me in my moment of distress? Lord Ilmater, will you be my savior? Ask that now in your heart. And I promise you, you'll find a kind and loving God. And if you follow him all your days, you will see glory. Hallelujah, yeah?
To which all the crowd goes crazy, no doubt.
a couple of the people in the crowd.
Thank you, brother.
Yes, it's good to see you.
It's good playing, it was.
So what brings you to Stillholde?
Well, not the best of things. We were here to collect a bounty. Thieves on the road. I'm in an adventure party. Here are my friends. Come see them.
Sure. He walks with you to the group. People kind of start to go to their own conversations now a little bit. But one of those women that he was like serenading that was crying, and then there is a guy like in the back corner, both stand up and they come like stand near you, Cephus, as you're like ushering your friend back to your other friends. And so you guys see this guy walk up. He's got this dark brown hair that kind of goes up and flops over to the side. It's short on the sides. He's got these crazy, long, very defined sideburns. As he approaches Holik and Venora, you notice just the slight tapering to his ears.
Okay, I was gonna ask.
And he's just very charming as he walks up.
Titus will get up and give him a hug to greet him.
Okay. Whoa.
Any friend of Cephus is a friend of mine.
Well, what's your name, buddy?
I'm Titus.
That is adorable.
That's adorable.
Well, it's nice to meet you, Titus.
Titus.
Titus, excuse me. It's nice to meet you.
Please sit with us.
You've got a lot of weapons on your back, kid.
Yeah, I'm a fighter.
Okay.
And this is Holik.
Hello, so you fought with Cephus at some point or traveled with him?
We both enlisted. Yeah, I didn't do much fighting. I was more morale, and I had a couple moments where I had to beat a Taproesian over the head with an instrument or two, but
Don't let him fool you, he can fight.
well, I have a boot knife or two. Huh? And he kind of pulls a little knife out of his boot and puts it back.
This is Clonus.
Hello.
Ah, a dwarf.
He likes to ride a lot, though.
Yeah.
There's not a lot of you lot here in Rascalia.
No, we are quite few and far between right now.
Well, speaking of that, here's the Gibbler.
Oh wait, I forgot about our other guy.
What? Well met. I'm Ghibly.
Nice to meet you.
We're working on a nickname.
Ghibly's not one of them.
All right.
I think he's coming around to Gibby, though.
I'll just remember your name, Ghibly. That's remarkable to meet. I am fascinated by dwarven culture and history, so it's very cool to meet two of you. And I would love, so I'm sure both of you are aware of the recent history of your race as well as the Elven race and your recent return to Volumgard. Every single one of you that I've encountered, one of the dwarves I've encountered, I've always asked about it, and they've had interesting accounts. I'd like to write a song about that. I find talking to families who were there and came out of it, get some interesting information, but maybe we have to talk later. That would be good. I'd be very interested, because that whole situation is, I think, history that matters and people should remember and try and get to the bottom of it. I think that might help fix that worldwide issue right now a little bit.
Well, this is Venora.
Oh, yes. Sorry.
Nice to meet you. That is a very noble cause. I would like to hear the song that you make of this story.
Oh, well, thank you. I told Cephus at one point that I had been spending years looking for my song, and that before we parted ways, I had but just found it, and I thought that I'd never have to write another one. But in my travels, I found that there are a few other things I'd like to write about. But the song you all heard me perform today, that is my song. That is the one that I will sing until the day I die.
That's a good one.
It is your song, and you did it well.
Oh, thank you.
And this is Lumen. Don't know what he is.
I haven't. Let me try and guess. You must be from the Feywild.
That is correct.
And I'm going to guess... Let's see if he knows what you are.
That'd be wild.
Feywild.
You're a Skoros, aren't you?
I was about to say no, because I'm used to people not recognizing me. My kind.
I'm well traveled.
That is very impressive.
I've read about you in a book or two, your race. And I heard a story once about a Skoros that flew from the southern to the northern courts of the Feywild, straight the whole way to stop an assassination attempt.
Do I know of this?
It was you.
I read a story of one who broke into an old woman's home.
With advantage, you can roll a history check.
9 + 7?
16? Yeah, you've definitely heard the story. This is something that you've heard of. It supposedly happened. So Feywild time is different, but for those of you in the Feywild, it's the story from a long time ago. And it's part of what makes, how your race operates, like how they pick, a thing. And this guy had picked bookkeeping, basically was like, that was his thing. Like that was his study. And he found in these records, like evidence of an upcoming assassination attempt. And he flew from the southern courts of the Feywild all the way to the north. And it's kind of this thing that inspires little Skoros children who pick what some others might find as uninteresting fields of study, that like this guy picked bookkeeping, like making sure that like T's are crossed and I's are dotted, literally like going through old records. And because of his job that he chose, his study, he stopped this incredible thing. And if not for his efforts, right, like the Eladrin of the Northern Palace would have died.
His name was Moth Revere.
Yes, Moth Revere.
The bug zappers are coming. The bug zappers are coming.
Oh my goodness. It was really easy for him to find the palace because it's just one big humming light.
It's nice to hear that my kind is known on other planes.
Not often known, but I've heard that story. And I found an old book about traveling from plane to plane, and it talked about that story as well. But I had heard that story from a traveler. But yes, it's remarkable.
I'd like to hear some more sometime.
Yes. It's fascinating to meet you.
Well, if you ever hear of the People's Hand, that's us. This is the group. But excuse me for a moment. Introduce yourselves, talk. I don't want to leave these people hanging.
And I want to go and anybody who has disease as well that maybe wants healing, I can do it 7 times.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe you can write a song about us one day. We're becoming quite the formidable group.
I would love to. If you are an adventuring party that travels with my friend here, Cephus, then I would love to write a song about your journeys.
Did I say formidable correctly?
It was actually pretty spot on. Wasn't bad.
Heck yeah. No S's.
Oh, you're expanding your vocabulary without using S's.
Formidable.
You're a smart young lad, you know that?
I'm 18.
I'm 18.
Because that's what an 18-year-old
For 3
would
years,
say.
you're still like, I'm 18.
I know when I'm 65, I'm going to be like, I'm 18.
You won't live to 60.
No, I died
Oh,
at 50.
no.
Oh, poor guy.
50? That's unfortunate.
Yes, let's chit-chat as Cephus goes and does his work.
I'm going to hand out my pamphlets. You can let me know how many people would want one because I only have 11.
I mean, there was only 7 people in here. So everybody takes one, but those 2 people walk up to you and they say to you, in different ways, but that they prayed with you as you led them. And that the older man is like, I don't think I've prayed a day in my life, but I do want to know more. And that younger woman, she's probably in her 20s, is like, I grew up being told that the gods were gone now and that they don't love us and don't care about us. But hearing that story, if it's really true, it tells a very different truth. And so you get an opportunity to talk to both of them.
Is there anyone there that does need any removal diseases? Because I'll have to take my laying up hands.
I'd say there's 2 people. a middle-aged woman and probably a middle-aged man, separate. You know, they're not there together. But as you're handing out pamphlets and asking, you know, she does say, she's like, I've had horrible stomach issues my entire life. I have this like constant pain in my left side. And then the man talks about how in his head, he's had really, really intense pressure most of his life. But despite it, he's had to work hard. And you get a moment to lay your hands on each of them. And through that, they're both healed. And with that, they seem much more like they take the pamphlet and are reading it pretty clearly.
My oath is to Ilmater, the god who takes away suffering. It is not me, it is him. And I will give it to them, and while they're talking, I'll be making disciples.
So where are all of you from? You're from the Feywild. You're...
Marenthal.
You have a look about you. You, Titus?
I'm from a cave.
Wow. Quite a story there, I assume.
Right outside Port de Roe.
Okay, you're kind of far from home.
Well, I found a good group of friends, so I just kind of go where they go now. And
Wow.
Ghibly's my best friend, and he's in the dueling tournament, so he protects me and I protect him. Wherever he goes, I go.
That's charming.
We can definitely say we are a duo. So we've been together since, well, the very, very beginning of this said adventure.
I like that. The Turtle and the Duelist.
You don't get to hear that every day.
Sounds like a children's story.
I won't read it because I'm not a child.
That's good. It seems like you're in a dangerous business if you were. You, Ghibly, where are you from?
Coincidentally, since he brought it up, I'm also from Port de Roe, not in the cave.
Not from the cave. Just actually from the city?
I am from the city, yes.
Wow. What was life like there?
I'd say it's definitely busy. Definitely busy over there. I was raised in novelty and more of a trade of clothing lines, but I was trained to be a duelist under my father, Leon.
Oh, interesting. Mm-hmm. So it runs in your family, the dueling.
Yes, it does.
Fascinating. It's not often you see a dynasty of duelists come from dwarves.
You could definitely say I'm an anomaly when it comes to that. Yes.
That is fascinating. What an interesting story. And Port de Roe, there's not many of you. I mean, I suppose if there were going to be some dwarves here in Roskilde, it might make sense being closer to the port cities. But yeah, that is fascinating. How are you, Clonus? Where are you from?
I'm from Ishana.
Ooh, you're from Ashana?
Oh, interesting, Ishana. I mean, that place is wild, not full of a lot of laws, but some of those cities. So you're a religious man, aren't you?
Yes.
Ah, okay, I can see it.
Yes.
From the Temple City, then.
Correct.
Very interesting.
This guy's so smart.
He's so smart, Titus. So smart.
I've been around the block a few times.
Can't fool him.
Seen a lot of places, done a lot of things. Regretted many of them. What about you, Holik? Where are you from?
I'm from Wild Valley. Do bounty hunting out in the forest and ran into these guys and, well, this guy and Cephus. So they got me out of trouble and decided, you know what? Maybe it's time to move on and try and earn a little bit more money than just scraping by, you know?
Yeah. Seems relatively honorable. I mean, it seems like the type of things that you guys are doing are protective in nature and that sort of thing.
We're trying.
Where are you from?
Ah, a little here, a little there, all over. I haven't really put down roots in a long time. I've been traveling for a while, but I grew up in Stillholde, actually. I'm from the Varenmere Isles in the middle of Stillholde. When I saw my home country attacked, I enlisted in the resistance. When one attack seemed imminent, at least. And that's how I met Cephus. You know, it was kind of one of those moments where just everybody did their part, and I wasn't much of a soldier, but I got involved and I did what I could, and at some point I kind of made my way, well, enough to enough credit of my superiors, and they allowed me to just kind of be there for morale, and I did that. And but I had my fair share of squabbles. I had to put those boot knives to work here and there. But yeah, ever since then, I mean, after that harrowing victory that song is about, I actually left. I got out. I decided to leave the fight. I wasn't entirely honest. I said I did it because it seemed like the right thing to do, and everybody was, but I was really in it because I wanted to be part of the story. I wanted to be there to see the big thing, to see the big victory. And then that happened, and I was thinking the entire time, if I survive and I get out of this, I am going home and becoming a farmer. I am going home and and taking up my mother's weaving business. But no, instead, seeing what I saw, I did get out of it, but I got out of it so that everyone could know what got me out of it and to tell them that story. Not out of cowardice or fear like it was going to be, but instead it seemed as though I had my song, I had my story that I wanted, and it was then time to tell it. So I've traveled since then, and I as Cephus said, I think I did get out at the right time. Hearing that now, I mean, I knew of the battle he referenced. I didn't realize that him and all of my squad mates were in that battle. It's sad. It's disheartening to know. I was afraid of that. I didn't know if I'd ever see Cephus again, but I just had faith I'd see him again someday, and here he is. But it's wild to know that he's the only survivor. Shouldn't surprise me, but...
Sorry for your loss. Not just your friends, but also your country and everything you've been through recently.
Yeah, the loss of Stillholde is a hard thing to deal with for all of us Strels. But, yeah, I've heard some rumors. Ilmater willing, we'll have it back someday.
Always good to keep hope for any reason.
There's voices on the wind that say the prince is alive somewhere. We'll see.
Going from, oh yeah, listening, and then after he says that, just kind of looking down in a way.
What have you heard of the prince?
Well, ever since that whole thing died down and Stillholde was taken and then slowly reclaimed and then taken again, the Taproasians, I don't think that they're all that smart, but man, they know how to kill hope because they destroyed our capital city, or at least took it, and then they let us, I don't know if this was intentional, but it seems as though it was, they slowly let us take all the cities towards the capital back and then wiped us all out. And really crushed the spirits of the citizens of Strel, and since then some people say that the body of our High Prince, Quentin Bradley Strel, is sitting on prominent display at the Blood Emperor's palace in his throne room up in Taproasia. Others say that there are the crazy ones that speak of prophecy that foretells his resurrection. Others say that he's just not really dead and that he's been alive, hiding, assembling an army out there. But I don't really know. I suppose if Cephus trusts you, I trust you. It's wandering ears that I don't trust. You watch him snap his fingers, and then this kind of shimmering bubble appears around you guys for just a second, then it goes invisible almost. I've heard stories. There is a resistance brewing and building.
Really?
And they say that they've found him. They found his body. That they've found Quentin, our High Prince. But I said they found his body. That they're not being specific. They just said, we found Quentin. That's the rumor I've heard. And its unspecificity makes me think as though it could be either way. He's either alive or he's dead, but they're not saying either. Those are the rumors I'm hearing through the grapevine. I said I'd get around. I was just in Sunwall not that long ago, and I heard exactly that. So, from one of my contacts. I mean, there are members of the Strel resistance even here throughout Raskelia, waiting in pods for something to happen so that they can go. And some of them are doing their work to try and convince the army of Raskelia to get involved. But you didn't hear it from me.
Obviously.
Has there been any movements of groups loyal to Strel.
Movements of groups loyal to Strel?
Inside Resquilia, have they been forming out?
Oh yes, that's what it is. There are pods throughout Resquilia that are in choice locations. I realize now that telling you this may play my hand a little bit. You may realize now that I'm a little more involved than I may have let on. I'm a little bit more in the know than just hearing rumors. I do hope that you are not Taproasian sympathizers.
I spit on the ground when he says Taparisian sympathizers.
If you're friends of Cephus's, you've either fooled him or you aren't.
Most, if not all of us, have been affected in some way.
I don't know what Taproasia is.
Or then you certainly aren't a sympathizer of theirs. They're a very evil group of people.
Like the fire people.
Like the fire people.
Titus scowls.
Yes, I don't know who these fire people are. Are they made of fire?
When he speaks, it burns.
I've heard that I've said some pretty scathing things, but does it really burn?
Yeah.
What would you call them? Zealots?
Zealots, cultists, one of the
The Thuthith Watcher. It's really hard to think.
It sounds difficult.
They were tormenting.
Yeah, they're more bloodthirsty than the Zuthis cult.
Interesting.
Angry eyebrows.
Angry eye scales.
Angry eye scales. I realized I didn't tell you all my name. My name is Chester Hornsworthy. I got all of your names and where you're from, and you didn't even know my name. Really trusted me. He does snap his fingers, and that little mirage goes away from around you. Let's not speak any more of what we spoke of.
So was that song that you sang about eating the leather shoes and then going into battle and being victorious, was that your magnum opus, that great song that you were looking for?
Yes, I had enlisted hoping to experience great stories and find my song, I needed purpose, and I wanted to find my song that I could sing till the day I die. And I thought it would take me years. I thought it would take me seeing the victory of Strel and then some, then them going and taking Taproasia back. But no, I found it quickly in almost dying but being delivered. And so yes, that is my song. But now in my, since in the last few years, I've seen the power of that testimony. And I have thought, why not try and put that skill into practice with a new one? But I don't think any story I ever put together to a new song will ever overshadow that one. I think that is the song I will sing till the day I die.
Did you follow Elmater before that battle?
Not with my heart. A long time ago, I had someone speak to me of Ilmater's love and care and strength and grace and deliverance. And I said, yeah, that sounds nice, So I knew which crowds to use those words in to get their approval. But I met Cephus, and when I met him, we became fast friends. I just kind of saw through the tall, brooding thing and realized that he was kind of a big softy. And we became fast friends. But out of that, I was convicted. I heard of the things he had to say and thought that maybe I had made a mistake, but I can see now how Ilmater was using my friendship with him to guide me back. Had I not been friends with Cephus throughout that entire experience, but experienced it still, I don't know if it would have had the same effect, the same impact in my life. But I know that I think Cephus was used as an Ilmater influence in my life, you could say.
What was his name?
Yeah, Chester Hornsworthy. But my friends call me Cheese. You can call me Cheese. That's what Cephus calls me. You're gonna hear him call me Cheese, so you might as well know now. He calls me Cheese.
Good name to have.
Chester Cheese Hornsworth.
Yeah, well, usually don't say all three together. It's not my middle name, it's just what he calls me. And it's fine. I think it's great.
Cheesy Chester Hornsworth.
Yeah, I guess that would be difficult for you to say. Sorry, kid.
I'm practicing.
All right, well, when I come back, I'm just going to say, well, the people's hand, how do you like my friend Cheese?
Pick good friends.
He's a good guy. At least what I can tell. I want to do an inside check.
Okay. Now that you ask.
on all of him, like minutes later?
Just the general vibe of all of this conversation on whether I get the gut feeling if he's
You give him a nat one, and he seemed like you
good
hate
guy.
him.
Titus is just playing the bar dice game with the X's on him with Ghibly.
Okay.
Having fun.
I got my number.
6?
No.
3.
3 is my number. I roll 3 so often. So 11.
You roll 3 and get an 11 in insight. What in tarnation?
Yeah.
What, Levi?
I got an 11.
Okay. I'm not going to whisper. I'm going to just tell you, you don't really get either way. He seems like a fine gentleman. Very charming. So it's really up to like, how is Holic predisposed to act around charmingly sincere people? Does he just, is he immediately skeptical of them? Is he not? That's up to you. But he's a close friend of Cephus, it seems. Cephus seemingly vouches for him to some extent, right? But you're not thrown off by anything other than maybe your predisposition.
Jesus, my brother. We battled together. We ate shoes together.
Don't make me think about it.
You're welcome to travel with us.
It would be my great honor. Where are you all going?
Sunwall.
Right where you just came from.
Just came from there. That would be fun. No, said no one ever going to Sunwall, but I'll say it now because I go with my friends. It might be the first group of people that have ever gone to Sunwall and had a good time.
Are you really going to travel with us? Are you coming back up?
Why not?
Wow.
I've been here long enough. It's been 3 days.
It's been 3 days.
Sorry, I haven't eaten in a long time. I'm eating.
Is there anything else we should see right now?
In Stillholde? If you saw the town, then you saw something miraculous. Have you seen Old Town yet?
That's where we parked the carriages, right?
No. Old Town is, and he points down.
Oh.
Old Town's beneath it all.
Well, yeah, I wanted to explore Old Town.
I mean, you seem kind of like the lot that might have the capability of getting down there.
Maybe.
We plan on it.
And if you're capable of any, well, this, and he just kind of holds his hands out and you see just all of these, like, miraculous bright lights kind of shoot off in every direction. Any of that kind of thing? A couple people in the bar. Ooh. Whoa.
Can I tell what that was?
It seemed like some mix of prestidigitation and dancing lights, maybe.
I'm going to cause light to appear. Bong.
Well, the lights was just a way of saying any of you capable of magic, but lights won't get you down to Old Town. Anybody have a way of actually getting you underwater?
Besides swimming?
How long can you be underwater swimming?
An hour.
Oh, you'll be fine.
Yeah, I've walked on water.
I can sense if the water is good or evil.
I can make the water tell the truth.
I can make the water tell the truth.
Pretty sure that's not how those spells work. Holy men have done incredible things before me. I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, how much longer are you here in Stillholde, in town?
After breakfast.
We're leaving today.
So we don't have time to go to Old Town.
No.
Got it.
But
Next time.
we might be able to stop back in for a couple days on our way back. We have to figure out our schedule once we get to Sunwall.
Okay, I'd be happy to show you around Old Town sometime. It's incredible group of ruins down there, and the story is that, you know, you saw on the edge of the banks all those brick buildings and various buildings. Long time ago, apparently, a huge wave just rolled in from both rivers and just smashed into the still, and it crashed in and caused a bunch of the buildings right on the banks of the still to crash down, and the still increased by 30-40% in size, and all those buildings and ruins now sit at the bottom of the still. It's very deep. I've been down there. It's remarkable.
Can you get down there? Do you have the magic of getting down there?
I can get down there alone, but I have some friends that are down there.
Down there right now?
Yeah.
That live down there?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so it's still inhabited.
Still. Yeah, there are some spirits that wander the...
Oh, okay.
Spirits?
Those that were taken out in the waves.
Does spirits mean ghost?
Most of the spirits are friendly.
Most. Okay.
Most of them are friendly.
Yeah, we've had some bad luck with spirits here recently.
But there are some of what you speak.
So, These spirits, do they ever make it up out of Old Town?
From what I know of most of them, they are bound to that place because they were ruthlessly killed. There's a story of, long ago, people being rapidly killed, in this horrifying incident. So people talk about the haunting of those who died in that event and how they wander from time to time. And so, yeah, there's certainly stories of that. I don't know if it's true or not, but it could happen, I guess. My time wandering down there, I have never experienced a spirit from the wreckage of Old Town up here on the surface, but I've experienced them down there, and it's frightening. And some of them are friendly, but why?
Oh, it was just a bit of a rough night last night because some kind of specter was rapping at my study room door.
Like the same ones that were at your house type of specters?
I don't think so. They had a look over at Vith, and in Draconic, it was sulfuric that you smelled last night.
Vith would respond, what is Vith's voice like again?
I think he's just like
a knight?
Southern medieval.
Southern.
Oh, make it deeper, because this morning, I don't know what was happening. He was very on duty last night, and he's grown a lot. Vith has almost doubled in size.
Jeez, whatever it was.
In one night?
Scared him.
I mean, a little over time, but the big thing, besides that, he also has wings now.
Is he in here with us?
I assume so.
Oh,
See,
I didn't
is it
notice that.
big
We're
enough-
so
he's-
glad none of us saw that.
He's just been under the table the whole time. Yeah.
He's been
We
under
didn't-
another table. Though.
Yeah, we didn't pay attention.
He's under the table and we're like feeding him scraps.
Yeah.
We're eating because that's just normal. What we
Yeah,
do.
you guys have been feeding him way too much scraps.
Yeah, he's just fat. He's
Every time you
rotund.
eat a potato that's too hard.
Those aren't wings, those are flaps of fat.
I didn't notice. He must have wrapped himself like a security blanket or something.
I would say Vith was keeping the wings kind of wrapped around him as best as he could, like while he's walking around down here, also just for spacing. But yeah, I mean, you guys, I guess, didn't notice it, but
That must have been quite the scare if it made him feel like he needed to transform in such a way.
Feel the need to evolve.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. Levi speaking. If you do look closer at Hulk, the whites of his eyes are a little bit more white.
like he's blind.
No, the whites of my eyes. It's magically almost glowing
okay,
white.
Previously, he was jaundice.
Yes, he has yellowish eyes. Wouldn't that be funny if this is nothing of significance? It's that you were diseased and now you're not.
And now we're not.
So yeah, Vith looks back at you and yes, it smelled like sulfur.
Yeah, so there was a distinct scent of sulfur. I don't know if it's these spirits or if it was something more.
Did anything we deal with yet have sulfur? Were the first guys that we fought, did they smell like sulfur?
That one that you fought that showed up at the tower.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That was one of the things that was talked about with Arthur.
Oh, yeah, that was the sulfur one.
It was like it smelled like sulfur in there and there was residue left behind.
So I was hoping and talking with you that it might have been those spirits since he brought them up, but it might be a creature that's from the tower. I don't know. It didn't do anything, came to my door.
Maybe we should check with.
I noticed it and then it vanished. I could just see it underneath the doorway.
Maybe we should check with Arthur and everybody to see if there was an attack or anything. If they're watching us.
You're able to contact him, right? Mm-hmm. Might not be the worst idea.
I'll do that. I'll do that when we hit the road.
This is so interesting. You have come in contact with sulfurous spirits before?
Yeah.
Our first contract together was guarding a mage.
Yeah, we were just guarding a guy and he got attacked. So
By some sort of demon?
yeah.
Goodness. I've heard rumors of increased demonic activity lately.
You have? In what areas?
Have you not? You guys get around?
Have we heard anything of increased demonic activity?
No, you have not. I mean, you guys do get around, but you don't stick around very often.
That's true.
We're pretty quickly passing through places and on jobs usually, so we're not
Okay.
We've not stayed in a place for more than a week, and most of that time is spent
recovering.
really holed up recovering.
Fair enough. Yes, I have. In the capital city, here in Stillholde, down in Basin Point, I've heard some rumors of just strange, dark spirits in the night. I wouldn't typically give a whole lot of credence to any of them, right? You know, that kind of stuff happens sometimes. People get creeped out and hear things, but I've heard them in all 3 of those towns.
And it's been more demonic than just spirit talk.
Well, hearing you guys talk about the sulfur thing made me kind of connect it. Like, that's a pretty prevalent. Some people mention seeing red glowing eyes in alleyways at night.
Is it just that? Just like sightings or?
Some of them are sightings. Others are followed them home at night. Others are left a big scratch on their arm. Terrorizing them as they sleep, saying that they were experiencing horrible nightmares for a long time, and these spirits, they started seeing them every now and then.
Were there any accounts of missing people or dead?
There always are, I guess, but not that I know associated with it, no.
Okay.
But it's just been over the last few months, kind of picking up.
Yeah.
Well, probably the better part of the last year. But I mean, as I get around from town to town, you know, it's the last few months I've been hearing of it more. And I mean, it's strange, you know, those 3 towns. I mean, I get all over and I haven't really heard it anywhere else, but
Interesting.
There's kind of a proximity of those 3 towns too to the mountains, and
So none in Sunwall, though.
I haven't heard any as far as Sunwall.
Okay.
Should I do that before we leave? Is this going to change our plans, or will it be okay while we're on the road?
May as well get it out of the way right now. You know?
Okay, I sending to.
You're sending to Arthur?
Yeah.
Okay, what are you saying?
Holik had an encounter with similar demonic presence as in the tower. Is everybody from organization okay?
I do want to make it clear, like, as she might be saying it. It didn't attack me. It didn't go through the wall like the other one. It was just there, and there was a profound smell of sulfur.
Is saying encounter like a still?
Sure.
Yeah.
I just wanted
Still,
to...
yeah, you didn't.
I just wanted people
just
around the
an
table.
Encounter.
Yeah.
What? An encounter?
What?
Which entailed, I don't know. Did he die? Are you okay? I'm okay. I will reach out to the cipher. This is a doom.
Oh no.
My goodness. That's it.
A doom?
Glad to see he didn't overreact.
Yeah.
Well, he's upset. He's asked if you're okay. Yes, we're all okay. He's okay. He's checking in on everybody, and we're all doomed.
Good to know. Well, do you still want to travel with us to Sunwall?
This is a doom, not all doom.
Sunwall is away from the sulfur, so...
True.
And if doom is on the approach, then I want to be as close to Cephus as I can be.
Agreed.
Ilmater is seemingly with him more than he's with anybody I've ever met.
Great stories come out of doom.
Well, any good friend of Cephus is a friend of mine.
I said that first.
He said it right away, actually, before anybody knew my name. Yeah, are you okay with a little bit of cheese in the group?
Yeah, I love cheese.
All right. You got somebody to play. It seems as though you've had somebody that could play for a while.
Well, she doesn't play much for us.
I don't play that often.
We should play together.
That'd be fun. I played a
Improv.
little bit during the...
Improv right now.
Battle of the Band.
no.
Battle of the Band.
It's so
He
early.
jumps over and grabs his loot.
All of a sudden.
You
so
know the
early.
rule. If you are prompted, you must participate.
You guys.
You seem as though a traveler.
Yes.
Then you know
I know
of the traveler's
rules.
toll.
You guys, all of us. We have to go places.
Oh, but someone invoked the traveler's toll. Here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, and there's about 11 people in here now.
I'm gonna cast light in the bottom of a tankard, just in the bottom part, so that I can shine the light as a spotlight.
So good.
So, ladies and gentlemen, and like I said, there's about 11 people in here now. You are about to see something that you may never get to see again in your life. I wish this were the evening and there were more people here. This is when two traveling buskers, two bards of renown.
I'm going to run outside really quickly and just yell and tell people something amazing is about to happen.
Oh,
You gotta get in
Cephus,
here.
I cast thaumaturgy on him.
You go out there, you don't realize, and then you go and you start yelling, and it's deafeningly loud. The problem is you're yelling, and you're in a floating building that's floating on this still. So, like, all these other people in other buildings start looking at you. Some of the people on barges are looking at you, and, like, a couple of the guards that, like, skim around just come over, and they, like, take their surfboards off their back, and they're like, we got to see this. All right. So, as he's addressing the crowd, more people start pouring in, and he's like, what you're about to see is known as the Traveler's Toll. This is where two traveling bards, musicians, poets, the artistic types, with some renown, come together at a clash, and one will walk away with the love of the people, and one will walk away with a need to practice. Since it's more like I invoked the Traveler's Toll, that means I must go first. Venora, the fair lady here on the side, she will get to follow me up. And it is up to all of you here in this room to decide who is the winner. I guess let it begin. And with that, as he holds both of his hands up, you watch all the lights in the room kind of dim just a little bit, and then these like beautiful multicolored lights like kind of flickering back and forth. Like each light comes out and it'll flicker like blue and red, and then a different one will come out and flicker like green and orange, and they kind of just go out into all the corners of the room. So it's giving this kind of strange, colorful flicker all over the room.
Snap poetry.
Well, Lexi has been telling stories more
Even
than playing
worse,
instruments.
slam poetry.
Slam poetry.
Slam poetry.
No, he starts to kind of skip around on the stage, and you watch as he's clicking his heels on the stage, almost like a sort of rhythmic tap dance, but it's not like, really, really fast. But just to kind of, there's a grace to his movement, and people are sitting down. Now it's like 15, 16 people in the room. And he starts off with kind of a tavern tune. He starts just going on the lute. Let's see how well he does. He's got a decent performance. Okay, he does fair. There's this nice fair performance. Like it's a nice opener. Kind of gets people kind of bopping their heads back and forth, kind of tapping their feet a little bit. And he's singing about, just this tale of a hero who goes and fights this great serpent, then comes home and he just revels in the treasure, and people tell his story for ages. Like it's just kind of this tune to get people excited. And he does all right.
Is he finishing the tale, or am I picking up?
So the rules of this battle is like you kind of like pick a place to kind of jump in. There's danger in that because you can jump in at like a really good part, and it can make yours look like it falls flat. But there's also something to be gained if like you make him fall flat, or you can let it die off. But like letting it die off, he gets more time to kind of like play off the people and do more with them. So like he's at like a high point in the song right now, singing about this hero. And
is it a song that I know?
Oh, is it a song you know? Yeah, this is a song you know. He didn't pick like a niche song. It's pretty popular.
It's a Taylor Swift song.
It's a
Taylor Swift song.
Is he?
It's pretty old. Like this is one that when you were being taught how to play, you would have learned.
Teardrops on my guitar.
This is like a Johnny Cash song in the sense that everybody knows it.
Is it at a point where during like a chorus that I can harmonize, like meld in?
Sure.
But it's also a key change that I can change it to a different song.
Yeah, you kind of wait for that moment. Let's see how you roll.
This is the first time. 23.
23. Okay, you expertly start playing with him, and it's like nobody notices. It's like his song is just getting better. But then people just kind of turn and look at you. What are you playing?
More of a faster paced type of, but not like jumping on table type. More of a metal type.
Just kind of exciting. Okay, like a chase song, kind of.
Yeah, changing it from the battle to a different, but a very well known not getting niche yet.
Okay, and pretty good. People start looking over at you now in the other corner of the room, and you watch him just kind of, like, you guys look back at Cheese, and he just kind of fades out what he was singing with a smile on his face, and he's nodding in approval. And he does kind of seem like he's kind of, is there lyrics to it, or is it just a song?
I think just the song right now.
He's just playing beautifully. What are you playing on, though?
Violin.
Violin. Okay, yeah. So it captures people's attention pretty quickly. This is a more sophisticated instrument, too, than what he's playing. The lute is like, a really good lute player is really, really impressive. But any bard plays the lute.
I'm walking up to the stages because I was just at our table still.
So yeah, both of you are standing on the stage now, and he just kind of steps aside and he watches for a little while. You play for a little bit. Okay, so you rolled better than he did, so that first round goes to you.
Whoop.
Okay, we're gonna do this kind of like we do Ghibli's duels. We're gonna have both of you roll at the same time, and we'll kind of describe what we start doing and then see who does better, okay?
Okay. Rollies. Oh, shoot.
Okay.
9.
9? What were you gonna start doing? Just keep doing the same, or are you gonna switch it up?
I was still in the same. I was coming up to the stage, so.
Okay, so still doing the same, just performing this beautiful song. You guys see as Cheese starts to kind of play along on the lute, playing beautifully. And he's playing, matching with her perfectly. And then he just starts to kind of sing. But it's just like a note from his voice, right? There's no words to it. He's just kind of this beautiful note. It just seems as like they're harmonizing beautifully. But that was a tie. You guys both rolled 9s.
Really?
Okay, roll again. So you're 1 over him right now. Okay.
20.
Okay, with that, he just starts this beautiful song as you're kind of playing along. Were you gonna try and switch it up or keep going?
If I see that he's leading at the moment, I just kind of flow back and catch my, wait until my turn. Not wait till my turn, but wait until I see an opening that I can shine better in.
As you are waiting for this opening, he really starts to steal the show. I mean, he starts to just sing these long, drawn-out notes, and really it's not much of the lute. He's just kind of following along whatever you're doing, but it's impressive because everything you're doing, it's like he's letting you lead, but he's stealing the show because of what he's doing with his singing. But still no lyrics. At least if they're in a language, they're not in a language that you recognize. They're these long musical notes. Right? What language do you speak?
Is it deep speech?
No, it's not deep speech.
It's like death metal.
Yeah. They just sound like long musical notes. And so to none of you, it doesn't even seem like it's some language, but Holik, you do catch it.
What's he singing about? Is it something like...
He would be singing about...
He'd be singing about Christian influence.
This break is brought to you by Christian Influence. Head over to christianinfluence.net, our website, and join our community at discord.gg/Christian Influence. That's what they're singing about.
I bumped Cephus during the song. Hey, try and refute that.
Jerry, I'm pretty sure I know this one too.
Trying to refute that.
Yeah, but you don't understand the language.
Oh, you do too. Okay, he does take the show, so that's 1-1. You, him.
1-1.
It's interesting.
It's an interesting one. It's beautiful.
Okay, roll.
Ah, dang it. I'm not rolling good. 14.
15.
Dang it.
I'm gonna say you start to try and jump in. How would you change the song or just try and steal it with something more beautiful?
I think I would be trying to steal the song because I don't know that one.
So like jump in with a new one?
Mm-hmm. Or one that I feel like can end.
Okay, so you find a point where you're gonna try and pivot, and his voice just carries so loud that you just fail. And it fumbles, and then you're like, oh, you fumbled, and that was rough, and you kind of stop for a second, and then just kind of start playing with him again, at least so that you can kind of not look like it was a failure, but a couple people look at you for a second, and then they just look back at him. He's holding on to the crowd. At this point, there's 30 people in the tavern.
Oh, jeez. That's a busy morning tavern. Where?
Go ahead.
24.
24. Okay. He continues this song, and then he starts to slow it down. And you take that moment as it's slowing down and getting quieter. It seems like he wants to guide the crowd into this like he's got their hearts and he wants to make them cry.
Can I cast Thaumaturgy?
Sure.
Because he dimmed all the lights. I can use Thaumaturgy to brighten all light.
Sure.
So I just stomp lights bright. dive into the song of, I think that water people would know, the Demon the Dragon ocean songs.
Okay, yeah. You stomp your foot as you do, all the lights go. And he just kind of like, whoop, stops. He rolled really low. So, and you rolled really high. So that was great. You like stop him in his tracks. His voice kind of catches. Everybody looks at you as you just like quickly go to this fast-paced song. It's like a jaunty sailor's tune, one that everybody knows kind of, but also like, it's like you're playing multiple instruments at once almost. Like there's just like so much going on in one moment. And people all look at you. Yeah, you guys are tied 2-2. I mean, next point here wins. So he has to take it back.
Just win.
You want to take a bet?
Down to Georgia.
That's what we're going for.
Devil went down to Rescalia.
17.
17?
Mm-hmm.
He's very shocked. And you see him start to try, and he just doesn't keep up with you. And he just bows. As you, I'm assuming, finish your song?
Yep, finish the song. Do little twirls and dances and all that. Keep talking about the...
Yeah, so as Venora tells this story of a demon and the dragon. It's this old story that just kind of captures people's attention. And as she starts dancing around the stage, eventually she kind of like jumps from the stage to one of the nearby tables and then to another table. She's twirling and all these lights are bright and kind of twinkling. And eventually at some point, he bows, she keeps going. She's finishing this beautiful performance. It's incredible. And at some point, he just kind of joins in, smiling. He's just playing with her, making the performance even better.
I want to encourage that, like, completely. Like, I'm having fun.
Yeah, the battle has been won, and Venora won. Well done. With that, he grabs your hand and, like, you guys bow together. People are cheering. And as he looks at the crowd, he goes, all right, there is payment that is due. He turns to you. Go ahead.
I don't know what it is. We've never actually talked about this.
You have an opportunity. This is an old jester's trick. You get to slap him. Oh, make it count. Make it count. But it's kind of like a show slap. Like it's just like, it's an old, they used to actually do this, but some people still kind of do go for it. It's up to you if you want to or not. He just kind of like, bows.
I give him a wink and I go to slap. I use thaumaturgy to make it louder as I smack my own, like the stage smack, but it's loud.
So this loud stage slap, and everybody, whoa! And he turns, and you watch just this kind of like wink as he creates this illusion on his face of this big red mark, and he turns, oh my goodness! He turns, like really putting it on display. There's this huge handprint, bigger than your hand, so that everybody in the bar can see it. It's just this massive red print on his face. Oh, she got me good. I'll see that in the mirror for weeks and know that I have to practice my song. And as she is owed a single copper piece, and he tosses you a copper piece.
Catch, kiss, and put it in my purse.
Well, thank you all for coming. You saw something historic this day. Thank you.
I give him a hug. Thank you. It's been a while since I've been out there.
It's fun to play with a fellow musician. I haven't, played like that in a long time. You outplayed me. Fair and square.
You had me at the beginning.
Gotta do druidcraft with rose petals.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. Very pretty. People are clapping for a long time. They really enjoyed it.
Fun.
So most of those people leave, but honestly, the tavern keepers probably love you guys because now there's about 15 people in here that stay. The rest of them leave. So their morning crowd doubled. So they're like, they start rushing to get some food.
Well, Cephus, your money was on cheese. Hold out my hand.
I flip a copper coin and then I bow, kind of like Cheese did, to give him my face, but I give him a look like, if you dare.
If you dare.
I look down on my hand, look at his face, and then I just pat him on the shoulder.
That was the right move.
I don't want to die this morning.
Well, Cephus, you don't want anything like this. And he's got this big, it's like seemingly pulsing a little bit, like red.
You ham.
I've seen her hands. They ain't that big.
I put my hand to it and it's like my size.
Yes, it is. It's huge. Like part of it wraps around the top. It was so that everybody could see it, but it's just like going dum, dum,
I can give you a real one if you want.
No, this is real enough for me.
Well, let's hope we get more music like that on our trip, yeah?
That was fun. Are we leaving now?
Yep, we're all set.
Yeah. We just have to go get our carriage and then go back across the still once more.
Okay. Cheese kind of walks out and goes, oh, well, we're coming up on Tree Dock here soon. And we're near the edge. You guys just want to jump?
Yeah.
I mean, it saves you the money. I do it all the time.
Do we all want to go to the cart? It might be cheaper if one person went to the cart and met us on the other side.
I can go across and bring the cart and horses back.
Cheese goes, well, we're jumping. Come out to the front. It's going to be fun. So what makes it really exciting is sometimes it bumps the bank and drifts just a little far away, and you really got to jump for it. But here it looks like we'll have a pretty decent go. And you guys wait a few minutes as it's like drifting towards... So he kind of waits. You want me to tell you when to jump? I've done this a lot. Or you want to just go for it?
I'll just go for it.
All right, have fun.
You should just tell him anyways.
I want to see how he does.
Jump! Does he do it? Do you listen?
No, I don't listen to
I'm gonna roll
Cephus's
persuasion.
jump. Okay, then I'll roll insight.
Guidance.
That's smart.
Someone help him with
He
vomit.
jumps like
Good luck.
300 feet before the dog.
They're like 110
persuasion.
feet from the edge.
I just rolled. 24.
27.
Yeah, I mean, you wouldn't need that. Like, you look over, you're like 110 feet from the edge right now. But he says it, and part of you is like just that, like, immediate, like, quick muscle movement, and then you look over and see that you're 110 feet away from the edge. And Chester.
Oh, wait. I'm going to roll for Vith. Wait, no.
It just goes into the water.
Well, no. He rolls so low. So Vith gets a run, jumps, see that it's not going to make it, wings come out, and he just flies to the other side.
So Vith jumps, going straight for the water. Wings come out, flies over to the other side, lands, and a couple people like look over at this what looks like a dragon, very freaked out. Cheese kind of, that was impressive.
I was trying to fool you, not him.
I'm gonna run, and I'm gonna jump, and like go like looking like I'm going out for a belly flop. And then, whoosh, the wings come out, the halo comes out, and I just.
Can't you do that once a day?
I can only do it once a day, but like we're going on a thing.
Yeah.
This is
Cinema.
Going
Watch out
on.
for the
It's
houses.
cinematic, you know? And then once I'm on the other side, Vith has already landed, and I flutter onto the back of Vith, and then I ride Vith to.
What color is Vith right now?
He's white right now.
The angel and his dragon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Angel, right?
The demon and his dragon, the
And if you,
Huh?
Watch out for the houses.
I will say, give me just a straight up dexterity check.
You're horrible.
Titus is gonna run out.
Oh my
now.
goodness.
Where's
Is it
my
swim?
wings?
I'll sink faster than the tortoise. Knocks out of the water.
How would a house hit me though? There's no way.
A whale jumps out of the water?
What did you get?
Your wings get splashed.
Three.
You rolled a 3?
Well, I rolled a 1. But I got a 3.
Yeah, I'll just say.
Oh, one of the guards on the surfboard.
Watch out, woman! I'm gonna say, I don't know.
You're spoiled with choice is the problem.
Because the houses wouldn't just like come out of nowhere. But I think just caught up in the moment, you let the wings out, and as you do, they just kind of like flick up some water that just sprays on either side. And there's a house like nearby that someone is kind of sitting just on their porch, and this just small wave of water just splashes into them, and they look over at you like that's all the punishment really is. Just this angry person that watches you just drench them in water with these large angel wings that just shoot water in their direction. And then you just kind of land. So you do all that, and it's cool. Like, there's this spray, but this one guy just sitting on the side drenched.
Angry.
Just like when somebody drives by, hits a pothole full of water, and the guy standing there just drenched. That's basically what happens to this guy sitting on the edge of his house.
Do I notice that?
No.
Okay.
Do I recognize this guy?
It's the same guy.
Yes, you do.
Of course.
There's an old man.
You see him pull out his boot knife.
Yeah. There's an old man just sitting there, sopping wet. I hate these people.
And then we sprint off down riding.
Sounds
Viv.
good. After a little bit, you guys get to High Dock, and he shows you when to jump. It's relatively easy, but I am going to have everyone roll an athletics check. There's a moment where, actually, let's see what happens if the barge actually hits the thing or not. No, the barge is okay, so it gets pretty close. There's just a leap of about 4 to 6 feet, depending right when you jump.
46 feet.
What is it?
Athletics.
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 Is it athletics?
Athletics.
Would I get advantage with my wings?
You could just fly, so... Are you going to try and jump?
I'm a little iffy after the last time of...
Yeah.
Even though there's probably no room for anything, but I'm still...
So you're going to, try and use your wings to, like, boost you?
Yeah.
I'll let you do that.
Kind of glide or, I don't know, something.
Hey, can you make some kind of like dex check? You know, in case a gust of wind just hits him into a house.
Yeah.
12.
Okay, you're fine. Anybody get lower than a 10? Clonus?
Makes sense.
That armor is going to make this rough.
So Clonus decides to jump. He doesn't know why.
Yeah.
In full splint.
Yeah.
Dwarf.
Yeah.
Small.
Yeah.
We're doing dex, right?
No, it's athletics.
Just in athletics?
Athletics should be better for you.
It should be much better.
We're alive.
Is it a 10?
No, we're at 9 still.
Oh. That's rough.
That's not.
We were at 2.
That's quite the difference. Yeah. Okay, yeah. All of you jump, and then Clonus, and then just splashes into the water and grabs the side of the dock, just like a drowned cat, just pulling himself out. I mean, you don't like wash away, but you dive in, splash into the water, grab the side. Cheese reaches down and grabs your elbow and helps lift you out of the water. Well, you didn't go on go.
I forgot to tell you, I don't know how to swim.
Well, if you jump at the right time, you don't need to know how to swim. That's kind of the point.
I don't like getting wet. This is miserable. I don't like this.
I am really sorry, man.
And
Let
see
me.
Ghibly on the side, just stretching his
And none of you
hamstrings.
know how to do these things, huh? And he just kind of like does that with his hands, and your whole body dries.
Oh, thank you.
There's just a puddle under you.
Yeah, all this water is.
But then my beard and long hair all of a sudden like frizz out. He's like, oh, you're good now. And all of a sudden it's like, he turns around and the hair goes, whoosha.
You don't realize that they're poofed, and you're like, I feel great. You turn around, and some woman just screams in horror. What did I do?
This is why you do your stretches.
Does anyone have some oil?
I mean, your beard isn't that long, though, right? Don't you say you said you keep it pretty? So it wouldn't poof out too much.
My beard I haven't shaved though in a couple of weeks.
Oh, okay. So your dwarf is
My dwarvism
Your
is
dwarvism
coming
is
out,
showing.
which is very awkward for me. So I don't like
your
it.
dwarvenness is showing.
Yeah.
Okay, you guys all, wow, it was a great challenge. You all make it off of the barge. Levi, or Holik, you go and you pick that up. You pay the gold, the 2 gold, excuse me, to get it back across, and you all meet at the north gate, ready to leave. With cheese. So we just traveling in this cart here and make our way to Sunwall. What is it that has you all going as you guys start leaving the north gate?
Ghibly's duel.
Yes, my next to battle is at Sunwall.
Interesting.
Every stop along the way along his duels has brought quite the journey and adventure.
Okay.
It's been...
Sometimes it's not the destination, it's the friends you make along the way.
You're gonna regret that in 3 years.
You should be happy. They thought that was really funny. I mean, no offense. Like, I was like, oh yeah. But Levi thought that was really funny.
Levi's gonna take it.
Because I'm also thinking,
In 3 years, you're going to
in
record
3
this.
years, I'm gonna hear that again.
So you're laughing harder because you know you'll laugh later.
I'm gonna be laughing more at the time too.
Oh my goodness.
Once I hear it. Dude, I've been cracking up listening to these episodes and editing them. They have been so funny.
I love it
I literally
so much.
was like, oh, it looks like our ring cameras aren't armed. I wonder if Levi's there. So I opened the camera to see if he was. And as I opened the camera, it's the one that's on that main room. And I see him, and I turn it on. Just as it loads, he goes, and he starts dying laughing. And I was like, he must be editing the podcast.
I'm all by myself.
He's all by
just
himself.
editing.
Yeah.
But it
Just
is
this-
so funny, and it feels like it's in that room and I get into that headspace of like listening through it and counting things out. It's just the timing on things are incredible when you're listening to it. It's great.
I love it.
Leave all that in so the listener can look forward to it.
Go listen to Lore and Legend, listener. Wait.
Wait.
Oh, wait.
If you're here,
still listening.
if you're listening to it now and haven't listened to anything else, please go back.
Yeah.
We know you're out there.
If you started on this episode. So, you guys start your journey. He asks, so you duel.
Except for the ones he's lost, he's undefeated.
That's true.
You only lost the first one.
And we didn't even see that one.
So you've won all of them?
No, like Titus mentioned, I did lose the very first match.
Probably nerves, nervous jitters. New to it, right?
Well, it was, yes, a little bit of that, yes. First match, but I've stood my ground ever since that first fight. So hopefully I keep that streak going.
What made you want to be a duelist?
Well, mainly due to my father. I want to be kind of more like him, to be a great fighter, and then hopefully an indomitable one. Of course, I can't really reach that now since I've lost my first one, but I hope I could become just as great of a man as he was.
Was your father undefeated?
I mean, as far as the tale goes and what he told me, yes, he was Invictus.
His eyes go wide. I guess I didn't catch your father's name before.
Leon Karpanoff.
And you see visible confusion. I know of that name, and I think I have seen him duel. You don't look a lot like your father, do you?
I get that a lot.
Did your father have a mistress, or?
I mean, yes, he's married, yes.
Was he seeing anyone on the side?
Mistress is the not wife.
Because you don't look like his wife either.
That part of that, it's not one I'd like to go and delve into, but I will rest assured there was no foul play involved.
He's an honorable man.
Yes.
I mean, even if you were half dwarf, you would most likely look a little different than you do. You look like a full dwarf. It's impressive.
Well, that's because I am a full dwarf.
It's confusing, but remarkable. So, then, might I ask, of the dwarves here in the group, how old are you? I guess.
I am 27.
You're a whelp. You're young for a
baby.
dwarf.
Quite, yes.
Goodness me. So then, yes, you're a third of the age in which, the time span in which the dwarves showed back up. So you don't remember any of that then.
Unfortunately, no. What you know is as far as what I know as well. So I don't really know much of my own history. It's a little bit shameful to admit.
You, Clomis?
I was born after we had already reemerged,
Okay.
so I do not know of the time previous to this.
You didn't strike me as super old, but for dwarves, 100 years old, I was hoping you could pass as a young 100.
No, sorry.
Oh, that's fine.
I have not had my coming of age ceremony yet.
It's an interesting Ghibly here. He doesn't even have dwarven parents, so I don't think they would have told him any stories, but how about your parents? Do you know them?
Very close.
Well, that's good. I would assume your parents are old enough to remember?
Oh, absolutely.
Have they told you any things?
They tell stories here and there, but mostly of times previous to the last.
The times where they were hidden away?
They tell stories of beyond that, before we went away. But they were not around. They just tell the stories.
Old generational stories?
They do not like talking about the time that we were locked up.
I suppose that's understandable. Some say beings from beyond the stars came and snatched up all of the elves and the dwarves and stashed them away and enslaved them. Others say that there was a deal struck on their behalf to protect them from some great calamity that never came. But some 75 years ago or so, y'all showed up again. I would love to know why and how. I've heard some crazy, crazy things. But not many are willing to talk about it.
I apologize that I cannot help you with your song that you are wanting to write.
That's no problem.
My situation is very unique.
Yes, yours is.
Shadows rise and fires gleam of lore and legend we dare to dream. Steel in hand and hearts aflame, we carve our path, we claim our name. Raise the blade, sound the cry of lore and legend will never die. We fight as one, the people's hand, their hope, their strength across the land. Darkened woods and stormy skies, the call of fate, it never lies. Through dungeon depths and dragon's roar, our tale will live forevermore. Raise the blade, sound the cry of lore and legend will never die. We fight as one, the people's hand, their hope, their strength across the land. Sound the cry of lore and legend will never die. We fight as one, the people's hand, their hope, their strength across the land.
Stillholde.
Ironic, right? Because everything moves.
There you go.
That is true. I haven't thought about that.
More like loose grip.
You won't have any extra time.
No. Levi's gonna have fun reviewing that in 3 years.
On our way.
Yeah, Chester Hornsworthy. But my friends call me Cheese. You can call me Cheese. That's what Cephus calls me. You're gonna hear him call me Cheese.
Cheese. Or you can put that right in the beginning, as if I called him that right when I saw him.
Yeah. I was waiting for you to yell, Cheese!
Yeah. Well, I remembered Chester, but I remembered that's not what I called him, so I didn't want to say Chester, so I was like, I just gotta wait.
Let him say it.
Dude, I wrote my bio a long time ago. Yeah. Mr. Cheese. Look, he's the cheese. He's the greatest cheese.
American cheese. The best cheese.
And by the time this episode comes out,
your son will be like graduating college. You'll be a grandfather.
In case
You'll be a grandfather. I barely remember this. This is back when they had microphones.
Wow,
Back when they
that was good. That was actually one of the best that you've done.
Yeah.
Of Trump in general? No, definitely not.
I feel like it.
I
Not
feel.
Trump.
That was Joe Biden.
Old.
Well,
It's
you're
the
doing
same.
Trump.
You're
too.
doing Trump in a
Look, I'm old.
Yeah, it's the same voice.
People say it's gonna be big. Look.
that's Biden. There you go.
Incredible Biden.
What I was gonna say
I mean,
originally
the-
was you did a great mixing of the two. Like,
But I don't think that anybody in the audio will be able to tell the difference because we can see your hands.
yeah.
And that was the only thing that changed.
So, yeah.
Insane Bigly.